Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this new first flight, hosted as always by Cyframe. I'm your host. My name is Vasiliy, better known as Cromewar, and today I'm going to be showing you the project for this month. We are heading the end of the year, so basically that's why I'm using this funny and, being honest, a little bit cringy Christmas hat. And that's also because the project we have gathered for you guys in this month is quite different. We as smart contract auditors, as people concerned about security, are always trying to gather the most out of each audit. We care about the security of DeFi and finance and a lot of protocols, especially those that are constantly hacked, manages millions, if not billions, of dollars. But as you know, first flights are the effort of the ciphering team to help you to become a smart contract auditor and break that bridge between experienced auditors and newcomer ones. That's why for this challenge, for this month, we prepared a really funny yet really interesting project for you, which is Christmas themed. So without further ado, let me show you what the project is about. So let's go to the Cypherine slash Godhouse webpage, and let me change this to share my screen. So you need to go to the Courthouse official page. As always, go to first flights, and here in the bottom, you're going to find it. First flight number 5, Santa's list. And yes, as I said, this first flight is going to be Christmas themed. So let's click on view. And before I explain all the narrative, because yes, we have like a story to tell here for this project, let's do what you always do when you start your journey as a smart contract auditor participating on a context in a platform like Codehouse. That is just go and view the repo. Let's copy the code, open your terminal, and git clone it. And I put clone incorrectly. Give me a second. This is going to create that repo for us. Let's enter to it. And I'm just going to use forge install. And on the meantime, this is working, installing all the dependencies. Let's return to the web page and let me show you what the project is about. So basically, as I said, this is a Christmas-based theme project, and we have a narrative to tell here. So basically, Santa has adopted a blockchain technology to keep track of the naughty and nice. You know, this story about Santa giving carbon or gifts depending on how people behave? Well, it's basically this. So Santa hired some South Pole contract elves to help build him a blockchain-based list. He'd never worked with blockchain elves before, but was excited to see what they could do. They got nearly 100% test coverage, so that's too good to be true, right? So basically, this project is based on 3 smart contracts: Santa's list, Santa's token, and the token URI.sol. Basically, the Santa's list is the main contract that stores the list of the naughty and nice people. It doubles an NFT contract that people can collect if they are nice or extra nice. In order for someone to be considered nice or extra nice, they must be first checked twice by Santa. So basically, each person on that list should be checked twice personally by Santa himself. Once they are checked twice, nice users can collect their NFT, and extra nice users can collect their NFT and they are given a Santa's token. This is a ERC20 token. The Santa's token can be used to buy NFTs for the naughty or unknown friends. So if you behave nice and you have the Santa's token, you can buy a present for your friend that didn't behave that well. We have a list checking. This contract only Santa can take following only Santa can take following actions. This basically means that this contract has ownership on it. So basically, just Santa could check the function that changed the address, the status from nice to extra nice to naughty and unknown. Check twice. This function also Santa can perform, and this will change the address to a new status. Then we have the collecting presents. Remember, just the people who are nice or extra nice can benefit from them. Collect NFT. This is, as we said before, the function that allows people to mint that NFT. And buy present is something that trades that Santa token for an NFT that can be sent to a friend. Then we have the Santa token. This is almost a standard ERC20 token, which is following the Soulmate Modern, which you can see, of course, on the GitHub, all the specification for this standard, which basically just optimizes the building blocks for the smart contract development. And the token URI, and this is a minimal contract that exclusively has the token URI, and it's separate contract that inherits from Santa's leads for just for readability purposes. Sorry. Now, as always, you have all the instructions like cloning the repo that we just did and install all the dependencies. Let's go for the scope of this audit. Basically, as you can see here, we have an nslog of 116 lines of code and a complexity score of just 83. By far, this is the easiest first flight we shipped, but easiest in terms that the smart contracts are small and you don't have to worry about reading thousands of it. However, we have interesting things and a lot of Easter eggs put on the code. So basically, once you have the repo cloned here, let me clean my terminal, and let's start with the things we always do, and that's using Forge coverage. This is going to tell us how many functions have tests. And let me actually make this a little bit smaller just to be able to read it better. And as you can see here on the 3 contracts, we have a 100% coverage. So that's it, right? If we have 100% coverage, it means we don't have vulnerabilities. Well, if you have audited a smart contract before, you know that this isn't quite true, but as always, it's a good place to start. So let me actually open my code editor. As always, we use Visual Studio Code. And if you're not using Visual Studio Code, I would say that you definitely should, because most of the useful extensions are available just for this IDE. So it's better for you to take in consideration that. And here we have the contracts. As you can see again, these are really small contracts. As always, we put really nice ASCII art at the beginning. And we have, in this case, all the comments for the events, the modifiers, the functions, and what each function is supposed to perform. So one of the common steps that we always follow up once we want to start the auditing process is first read the documentation. You have the readme.file. You can read this carefully. And if you're wondering what is this big number, this is just SVG code for the actual NFT preview, but you can ignore this safely, and you can start reading what these functions are supposed to do and what is the scope of the smart contracts. Once you have actually nice understanding of the smart contracts, and again, this token URI is encoded, that's why it's too long. And once you have an understanding, as I said, of the basic functionality of the smart contract, what each function is supposed to do and how, then you can start analyzing it, finding for vulnerabilities. One of the most common things we always do is use an extension called solidity metrics. You can find it on the Visual Studio Code store. This one, once you install it, you can go to the source code, click on SRC and solidity metrics. This is going to automatically generate for you. Let me close all of this. Oh, I misclicked, it seems. Okay. And you are going to have all of this. Again, you are going to have the ends log, the complexity score, or each one of the contracts. You are going to have nice graphs, and you are going to have information such as how many imports we have, how many functions are public, how many functions are payable, in this case, none. And also you can go here to have some more graphs. It depends a lot on the scope. For example, these contracts seems to not have inheritance, but it's a really nice place to start the journey. So even though, as I already showed you before on the terminal, we have a 100% coverage of all of the functions on this smart contract, we actually put a lot of vulnerabilities here. I also going to be risky enough to say that we put almost the most number of vulnerabilities overall on our first flights. And we hope this Christmas, these holidays, are going to be useful for you to learn to become a better smart contract auditor and also to have fun. Again, this project is more like telling a story about about how Santa is selecting people as naughty or bad. But at the end, if you check the code, you're going to learn really interesting topics such as ERC20 token standards, how token URIs works, and how ownership works inside smart contracts. But again, going in this line about learning a lot during these holidays, I also want to recommend you to go and visit solidit.xyz. This is our service and is 100% for free. You can register, again, it's free, and you can start learning about a lot of vulnerabilities on the space, such as the latest hacks and the latest data breaches on smart contract security. And you can start reading what went wrong, how the protocol was, how the protocol was bullied. I don't know if that is the word in English, but you understand me, how the protocol was hacked. You have the GPT summary. Also, people are able to discuss here and leave comments, and you can go one by one. Again, this might be like a repetitive process, and I must say it is, but the more you learn, the more you read about this, the more you are going to learn about security and vulnerabilities. And remember that being a smart contract auditor is one of the highest, well, I don't know how to say it in English, sorry. Is one of the jobs which has the highest payments on the industry. So auditors can make a lot of money just for being able to catch that nitty gritty bugs and vulnerabilities. And I think that this is it. This is how I'm presenting this for you guys. Let me check if we have something here on the comments. Okay, let me show this on the screen. Let me put myself here. It says my university is full of dumb people. They have scheduled exams for all December and January, and we have no Christmas holidays or winter breaks. Oh, that's really sad to hear. Oh, sorry. You know, that's why we hate bureaucratic stuff and universities doing whatever they want. Anyways, as I said, this first flight is again the easiest one we have shipped so far. So I hope you can at least spend one weekend auditing this, because again, you are going to learn a lot and you are going to find a lot of Easter eggs we put behind the scenes for you to be able to learn more, and also you are going to get a laugh or two when you are doing so. Can you explain by present function from the code? Of course I can. Let me go back to the code. Let's go to src, Santa's list, and let me go to that function. By present. The by present is for someone else. This should be only callable by someone who is naughty. You'll first need to approve the Santa's list contract to spend your Santa's token. So basically, you behaved well, right? You have those Santa's token. So you approve the smart contract to be able to create that, and you send that as a gift to a friend. That friend calls that function and earns an NFT, which is given by you. But only people who is naughty can call this. Again, they need the tokens, and the tokens can only be provided by the person who actually behaves well, or the person who actually has ownership of some of these Santa's token. So it's a really easy function, and the Santa token is going to burn that tokens in behalf of the present receiver. And again, you increment the counter of minting, which you have here, mint and increment. This is going to mint the NFT and increment the counter. Again, this is just a really simple function, nothing to worry about here. But again, you might see that functions like this one might have the biggest vulnerabilities, but I don't want to spoil anything, so better you to find yourself. Do we have any more comments on the chat? If not, we can safely finish this live, and I hope you enjoyed and understood what the project is about. We 100% hope for you to participate, have fun auditing, learn a lot, and spend your Christmas and holidays with your beloved ones. This is the last first flight of the year, and we are going to return next year with a lot more of projects, a lot more of first flights, and a lot of more of auditing contests that are going to blow your mind and will help you to become a professional smart contract auditor. Happy Christmas, says Angry Box. Happy Christmas for you as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this live. Please, if you have any other comments or anything else, don't forget you can always reach out on our Discord server, and our superstar community manager Travis is going to help you out almost instantly. So, with that said, again, happy Christmas, enjoy with your family, and I'll see you on the next First Light Kickoff. Enjoy, and bye bye. Let me close this, and that's it. Farewell.